Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss international current affairs questions for prelims 2024 from Vision IS PT365. And guys, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I get motivated to make more videos like this. So let's begin with the first question. Consider the statements about UNCITRAL. It's marked what is asked in the question. It is a subsidiary of General Assembly of UN. UNCITRAL is not part of WTO and WTO deals with trade policies. WTO जो होता है वो trade policy से deal करता है और UNCITRAL जो होता है वो laws से deal करता है specifically. तो पूछ रहा है कि कौन से statements हैं तीनों में से जो correct है. ठीक है. So WTO deals with trade policies and UNCITRAL deals with laws applicable to private parties in international transactions. Okay. So let's see option 1. It is subsidiary of General Assembly of UN. That is the right statement. UNCITRAL UN की ही General Assembly का एक subsidiary part है, subsidiary organization है और UNCITRAL is not part of WTO. ये देखना है. Third statement, WTO deals with trade policies and UNCITRAL deals with the laws applicable to private parties in international transactions. This is also the right option. So what first let's अगर ये option 2 किसी को नहीं पता कि WTO का पार्ट है कि नहीं तो पहले जो 1, 2 है वो देख लेना है किस किस में है. ऑप्शन A में है और ऑप्शन D में है तो ऑप्शन B और ऑप्शन C अल्टीमेटली अपने आप हट गए. ठीक है. So when you have when you reduce the options to 50% तो आपका आंसर राइट होने के बहुत चांसेस रहते हैं. ठीक है. So option 2 is also right. It is not part of WTO. ठीक है. So all the statements are correct in this. Okay, let's see about UNCITRAL. ये subsidiary body है UNGA की and it was established in 1966 and the mandate is to further the progressive harmonization and unification of the law of international trade. ठीक है. इसमें 60 member states हैं which are elected by UNGA and 60 states में 14 African states हैं, 14 Asian states हैं, 8 Eastern European states हैं, 10 Latin American Caribbean states और 14 Western European and other states. So this might not be asked in the paper but ये जो basic चीजें हैं वो पता होनी चाहिए. ठीक है. और the General Assembly elects the member for a term of 6 years. हर 6 साल में the term of half of the members expire. So India is a founding member of this organization. ठीक है. तो whenever in international relations question comes, you should know that in which organization India is a part and in which organization India is not a part. Okay, so this is very important. So next question is, which of the statements about UNCDF is correct? United Nations Capital Development Fund के बारे में कौन से statements correct है? Option 1, it is an autonomous voluntary organization funded under organization funded UN organization affiliated with UNDP. ठीक है. Voluntary funded organization affiliated with UNDP. And it was created in 2023. So always mark the years, specific years जब बोलते हैं. एक prelims में question था कि SDGs कब कौन से साल में आए थे तो they generally the years they play with the years. So you have to be very specific with the years also. Okay. So इन दोनों में से कौन से statements right हैं? So it is an autonomous voluntary organization affiliated with UNDP. That is the right option. And it is created in 2023. Now this is a wrong option. It was not created in 2023. So the right answer would be option A. Okay. Next, let's see about United Nations Capital Development Fund, which is UNCDF. The UN created United Nations Capital Development Fund as an autonomous body within the United Nations in 1966. So it's a very old organization. It's not an organization which has been created recently. It was created way back in 1966. और इसका पर्पस क्या है? It is to assist developing countries in building their economies, and they do this by supplementing the developing countries' income through loans and grants. ठीक है. तो this is United Nations Capital Development Fund. Global Crisis Response Group क्या है? पहला, the aim is to address urgent and critical global issues. Now the generalized statements which are given, they are to an extent right. Okay. Which are not like touching specific subjects. ठीक है. तो they might in prelims these kind of statements are to an extent very right. Okay. So this is the right option. The aim is to address urgent and critical global issues. Urgent and critical global issues. Now India has joined United Nations Global Crisis Response Group. India ने join किया है कि नहीं किया है? This has to, like, this information will only come when you have studied about this. So India has joined the United Nations Crisis Response Group. So both the statements would be right. Okay, let's see the explanation of Global Crisis Response Group once. ग्लोबल क्राइसिस रिस्पांस ग्रुप जो है इंडिया ने ज्वाइन किया है और बेसिकली होता क्या है ये कि ये सेटअप हुआ है 2022 में. सो इट्स लाइक इट्स नॉट वेरी ओल्ड ग्रुप. 2022 में इट स्टार्टेड द यूएन सेक्रेटरी जनरल इन मार्च 2022. इसका एम है कि टू एड्रेस अर्जेंट एंड ग्लोबल क्रिटिकल इश्यूज पर्टेनिंग टू इंटरलिंक्ड क्राइसिस इन फूड सिक्योरिटी, एनर्जी, फाइनेंस and to coordinate a global response. ठीक है. और it is overseen by the Champions Group. The group comprises of the heads of the government of Bangladesh, Barbados, Denmark, Germany, Indonesia and Senegal. Okay, so this is Global Crisis Response Group and it's a newly formed group in 2022 and India has joined the Champions Group of the Global Crisis Response Group. जो क्योंकि ये जो है, ये जो Champions Group है, ये इसको देखता है. So India has joined the Champions Group. Okay. Next question. Consider the statements about United Nations Statistical Commissions, and these questions are formed in the way, in the order of how they have been mentioned in the PT 365. So it's very easy for you to revise it. Okay. So consider the statements about United Nations Statistical Commission. The headquarters is in London, UK. I am time and again repeating that headquarters is very important. Like if like the general organizations like SCO, BRICS या फिर ईस्ट एशिया समिट और ये जितने भी होते हैं आसियान, इनके जहाँ पे भी हेडक्वार्टर्स हैं और जो थीम है, जो उस साल का जो स्पेसिफिक थीम है जहाँ पे वो हुआ है, द वेन्यू, द सिटी इन विच एंड द कंट्री इन विच दैट पर्टिकुलर समिट हैज टेकन प्लेस, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, सो that's why I'm time and again mentioning the headquarters. Okay, now United Nations Statistical Commission का headquarters London, UK में है. And India has been elected to it for a term of 4 years. Okay. So headquarters is not in London, UK. And India has been elected to it for a term of 4 years. This is the right statement. So option C would be the right answer. United Nations Statistical Commission. India started its 4-year term as a member of United Nations Statistical Commission, and it is one of the functional commissions of the United Nations Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC, and its primary role is to oversee the international statistical system and promote the development of robust and coherent statistical standards through standards and methodologies. ठीक है, तो ये यूनाइटेड नेशन स्टैटिस्टिकल कमीशन है. यूएन के मोस्टली जितने भी न्यूज़ में है वो सारे इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, ठीक है, उस साल. बिकॉज ये क्यों न्यूज़ में है? क्योंकि इंडिया स्टार्टेड इट्स 4-year term, so that's why it's a news. So you should know that what United Nations Statistical Commission is. ठीक है, so let's go to our last question. G20 2023 was held in New Delhi, India, and G20 24 will be held in Rio de Janeiro, which is in Brazil. Okay, so now G20 has been a very important topic in the previous year. So G20 पे if you want I can make a separate video. But for this question 2023 में हुआ है, सबको पता है इंडिया में. It was a very big event for India. And 2024 में कहाँ होएगा? Again that will also be important. And 2022 में कहाँ था वो भी comment section में बताओ कि कहाँ पे हुआ था. ठीक है, तो both the statements are right. Okay. So G20 Summit 2023 was held in New Delhi under the theme of One Earth, One Family and One Future, and G20 Summit 2024 will be held in Rio de Janeiro, which is in Brazil. Okay, so if you guys want a separate video on G20 specifically, I can make a separate video so that G20 में जितने भी important decisions थे जहाँ पे जो भी prelims में पूछ सकते हैं, I can like add all those points in a particular like a 2-3 minute video, so you can go through it once. And I'll make that only if you guys will suggest. Otherwise जो basic चीज़ें हैं वो मैंने यहाँ पे डाल दी हैं. ओके, और जो ऐसे मतलब जो भी ये समिट्स होती है ना, इसमें स्पेसिफिकली जैसे इंडिया ने ये समिट जो थी वो होस्ट करी थी, तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज़ में था. और भी जितनी ब्रिक्स, एससीओ, आसियान या पहले सार्क भी इंपॉर्टेंट थी, अब तो सार्क में से मतलब दैट इन इटसेल्फ इज नॉट वर्किंग, सो इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. फिर बिम्स्टेक है, ये जितनी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है और इनकी समिट्स जहाँ पे होती हैं, दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, लाइक 1 or 2 questions will definitely be asked from these organizations, so please go through them once. And here I've completed the 5 questions of international relations, Vision ISPT 365. And guys, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I get more motivated to make such videos for you. And I'll be coming up with more such videos. And thank you guys.